Hey y'all, it's your boy, the world's greatest dad, coming at you today to show you a step-by-step instructions on how to change out the saw blade in your DeWalt table saw. Now, the particular model we have right here is the DeWalt DWE7485, and this thing has been an absolute tank for me over the years. Unfortunately, this blade is about as sharp as butter knives right now, but no worries, kids, because we got ourselves a new blade, and it's only going to take us about 60 seconds to do this as well. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, once again, the model we are changing out today is the DWE7485. If you have a little trouble looking for your model number, it's going to be located right there on the front. Now, the world's greatest dad is quite fond of all his fingers and toes, so don't forget to make sure the machine is unplugged. You can even hit that little power button right there a few times, just to make sure. So now that we know we won't cut our fingers and toes off, let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is remove this piece right here. And on this particular model, they make it super simple because it simply has a lock position here where this thing won't come out. Or if we turn it over here, there, it unlocks. Now, if you have a different model of DeWalt table saw, you might have to remove these screws, but for us, it's simple. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our blade raised all the way to the top. Now, before we go ahead and remove our blade, we want to make sure we got a replacement. Now, you'll notice right here on this, it's actually going to tell you the exact size of blade you need. As you can see, use for 8.25 inches blade. It also kind of shows you that right there on that blade, even though it's a little old. We've got ourselves a Diablo 8.25 inch, and as you can see, this thing's great for circular saws, table saws, and portable table saws. So it should be a good match. Now, we are going to need some tools to tackle this job, but no worries because DeWalt includes them right here on the side of the saw. Here you're going to see this little wing nut, and this is on the back exhaust part. You simply take that thing off and pull these out, and we've got 2 wrenches to use for this. Now, on this side of our blade, you're going to see a nut here as well as a large washer. And we're going to go ahead and use one of our wrenches with the closed side, and we'll get that situated right on there. Now, on the back side of our blade, we're going to use the open end here, and we'll go ahead and slide that on. Now, to loosen our nut so we can take off our blade, we're going to want to pull our front wrench counterclockwise or towards the front of the saw. Now, if it's really on there tight, one thing you can do is kind of rest this back piece just on the edge here, and then pull and loosen that up. Now, before we go ahead and remove our old saw blade, I do want you to pay attention to the direction that these carbide teeth are pointed. Now, there's a couple different cues here. Number one, right here on this, it's going to tell you the blade direction going this way. So this is the front of our saw right here. When this thing is turned on, this blade will be going this way. Now, on our new saw blade, you'll see it also has the direction right there. So obviously we would want to put this in the same way where this matches up and that matches up, and these carbide teeth are moving forward. So I'll go ahead and set my saw blade exactly how it's going to go, and then we'll remove this nut and our washer, and finally our blade. Now go ahead and put on our new blade in the correct direction. Now our washer is going to go back on, and this actually says this side out, so make sure you put that on correctly. And then we'll go ahead and hand tighten the nut. We'll go ahead and put our wrenches back on. Now, to tighten this, our front wrench right here is going to want to go clockwise. So we'll pull on this and we'll push on that. Now, you don't need to over snug this. The nut's not going to come off because it moves in an opposite direction, but definitely just get it nice and snug. And just to confirm we did this correctly, carbide teeth moving this way, arrows matching going up. And we'll go ahead and slide this piece on, that towards the rear, our lock in the front. We're in the unlock position. We'll move it over to the lock. Next, we'll go ahead and put our tools back on the side of the unit and tighten our wing nut. So there you go, kids. Step-by-step instructions on how to correctly and safely install a new blade on your DeWalt table saw. Now, if this video helped you out, why not do the world's greatest dad a solid and give us a thumbs up and maybe even think about subscribing. At the very least, try not to cut your fingers off. We'll see you next time.